Steven, who are those guys on the outside that will get to pin their ears back and go after the quarterback?
That's deep too, Mark, because you got big Quandarius Robinson back. You got guys like Keon Keeley. You got Yancey Pierre. Several just dudes. Jeremiah Alexander kind of rolling in there. I mean, you got guys just across the table that will have their opportunity to pin their ears back off the edge, go after the quarterback. Keanu Coote is back as well. Throw him in there. He'll have a shot there. So that there are several guys that have the ability to pin their ears back, come off the edge, and rock the quarterback to the ground. It's just going to be who in this 4-2-5 set, led by Kane Womack as the defensive coordinator, and now outside linebackers coach Chris Robinson, who has a ton of experience in the SEC. When you look at coaching at Auburn, coached at Florida, coached at Mississippi State, coached at Georgia, coached at Ole Miss. The guy's been to half of the SEC, being one Chris Robinson. So looking at him and Kane Womack, which are the guys here on the roster that these two coaches have the most confidence in putting them out there and having these guys attack the quarterback. But Bama's got the depth there in terms of edge rushers.
This team finished 14th in the nation in sacks. Of course, Dallas Turner had a whole lot to do with that, not just his total, but taking pressure off of other guys that could get freed up. So he's gone. Chris Braswell's gone. Tresman Marshall, all those guys have taken their shots at the NFL, of course. So do you feel confident that that gap can be made up, that there's that kind of talent to make up for those kind of players?
I think the talent is definitely there to make up the gap of production that's being lost. You look at Quandarius Robinson, he did get some burn last year and showed his ability to edge being off the snap of the ball, showing the explosiveness, converting speed to power. I like what he brings. Keanu Coote is more so of a freakish athlete, and he's got a little bit more speed than what Robinson has. So that's going to be fun to even watch him. I mean, you look at a guy like Keon Keeley, that guy's a potential freak show. I mean, just his body type, he looks like a cut between Will Anderson and Terrell Lewis. And that's just scary to think about. When you look at just the body type of Keon Keeley, he's a cut between Anderson and Lewis. Then you got Yancey Pierre. His first cousin is Courtney Upshaw. Just think about that for a minute. Pierre's first cousin is a former Bama legend and Courtney Upshaw. So it's the talent's there. And of course, an inside linebacker, you got Deontay Lawson, who changed his number from 32 to 0. So Bama's got its first agent 0. We're in that number right there. And that's Deontay Lawson. And behind him or next to him, you do have Jihad Campbell, who's changed his number from 30 to 11. So he's going to number 11 now, Jihad Campbell. Those will be your main two inside guys. Behind those two, you have Justin Jefferson, who will get burned out there as well. And then after him, you got just different guys here on the roster that can play that position. Jeremiah Alexander can be an inside guy or an outside guy. He's kind of been cross-trained throughout this time here. So, I mean, you have Justin Okonrokwo, young man from Germany, who came as a 3-star. He's in there in that inside linebacker room as well. So the talent's all across the board. It's in spring ball, who can show I'm the real cream of the crop? And I've said this before, in the 17 years with Nick Saban, you had the constant stability, but at the same time, Coach Saban at points could be a little bit too loyal to particular players. When you look at Kalen DeBoer, he has no ties to you whatsoever. So if you got to show him and his staff, I'm the real deal in order to earn a starting spot here, starting off here in spring practice. So my excitement, Mark, will be on who are the guys that can grab the eyeballs, grab the attention quickly and say, play me, because I'm the guy needing to be on the field.